Heavenly Father, I thank you. I thank you for all your blessings, God. Please, Jesus, help me do the right thing. Help me speak, not of my own, but of you, Jesus. Please, in your name, I pray. Amen. So, I think one of the things I want to say is that even if somehow evil gets to acquire all the human power of this planet, their power and that of the enemy and his hosts is nothing, absolutely nothing compared to God's power, to Jesus Christ's power. And there's two things important to check. One is if God wants to pause or prolong this period of time and extend it a little bit more, His grace for us. And the second one, if we are with God, because it's not about God doing our will, but us doing His. As an example to why God's power is infinitely bigger, there's many things that can be said, but I believe we're alone in this universe, and we're really talking about one tiny planet. So if the enemy had real power like God, he would have made his world government for himself a long time ago. If the enemy has not been able to do it so far, it's been thanks to God. The second idea why God's power is infinitely bigger is, if you are a Christian, and this is basically a message for Christians, you have experienced this. When God shows up, the enemy flees. And this is basically something that we need to experience in our lives, and to know that this actually is what happens. And I have experienced it, and I have many times. Thank God. Not in everything that I wish, but in many instances, and only God knows why. Only those instances He has shown up, and the enemy flees. And this is something we need to experience and know that this is true, or God has to install this in our hearts to know that this is the case. God victory over the enemy is manifold in the Bible. For these we have to, for the non-believers, we have to explain why the Bible is true, but for the believers, we have, when Jesus says, I saw Him falling like a thunder, in Eden. Whether that happened before or after, I'm not entirely sure, but in Eden, the only one that gets cursed is the enemy. This prophet prophesies against him also in that moment. Jesus in the desert, Jesus in Gethsemane, of course Jesus in the cross, and Jesus in the resurrection. These all are big defeats for the enemy. So you can also see what God does in each one of us. That's also a defeat for the enemy and a victory for God. But you should see all the testimonies that exist out there. They're plenty and they're amazing. There was an American president, I think it was, mm, yeah, I think it was Truman. He had in his desk that the buck stopped with him, or the buck stops here, and meaning that the ultimate decision maker was himself, or something like that. And we have to remember that the buck does not stop with the President of the United States, or these evil people are trying to do evil, nor the government, nor the state, nor the enemy. The buck stops with Jesus Christ. Then Matthew 28:18, it says, "Then Jesus came to them and said, All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." And also in Revelation 5:12, it says, "In a loud voice they sang, Worthy is the Lamb who was slain to receive power and wealth and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and praise." And I think there's a version which says all the power and all the glory, all the praise. And then you also have Psalm 24:7-9. So it says, "Lift up your heads, O your gates, be lifted up, you ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in." Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O you gates, lift them up, you ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is he, this King of glory? The Lord Almighty, he is the King of glory. So it talks about the Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle, the